Hello everyone, welcome to Anamika's Edu Space, and today we are going to study about the chapter 5, all question and answers, and the chapter is about changes around us, about all the physical and the chemical changes that happens around us. And this chapter belongs again to the DAV school, and below in the description box you can also find the link where I have given the link of the whole playlist where I have discussed all the chapters related to class 6. Now let's move ahead to the point number D question. The first is answer the following questions in brief, that is in short. We all know. First will be the short answer questions and then we will come to the long answer questions. First question is define the following terms. First is reversible change, second is chemical change, and the third is physical change. So answer A is reversible change. Now what do you mean by reversible change? A change in which the substance produced can get back to its original form is called a reversible change. Okay. Example, melting of ice. Okay. Once the ice gets melt, it turns into water. Water can be freezed back to make the ice cube. So this type of change in which we can get the original form is known as reversible change. Now coming to the point number B, that is chemical change. Now what do you mean by chemical change? A change in which a new substance will be formed, okay, with different properties. For example, will be burning of wood or paper. Once the wood or paper is burned, it turns into ashes. We cannot get paper back or wood back from these ashes. Ashes is the new substance form with different properties. Clear? Next, coming to the point number C, that is physical change. A change in which no new substance is formed is known as physical change. The substance may change its appearance or physical state. Okay, so it will only have a change, or it will change its appearance, it will change its physical state, but there will be no new substance form. For example, tearing of paper. Once we tear a single page of paper, then it turns into bits of paper. The appearance of a single page of paper changes, but there is no new substances formed. The paper remains as a paper. Next is cutting a cauliflower. When we cut vegetables, the vegetable becomes pieces of vegetables, but there is no new thing formed. Next is freezing of water. Now coming to second question. Second question goes as distinguish between fast and slow changes. Give two examples of each. And the answer goes as the difference between fast and slow changes are slow changes and fast changes. The changes that takes place in a longer duration of time are called the slow changes, whereas the changes that takes place quickly or in a shorter duration of time, that is time is taken less, okay, less time is required, so that time these will be known as the fast changes. Now, for example, slow changes are changes of the season from summer to rainy, then rainy to winter. When it changes, these are known as the changes of seasons. Now, growth of a plant and also the rusting of iron. It takes years for iron to rust. Next, some example of fast changes are burning of paper. When you light the matchstick, immensely it burns the paper and the paper turns into ashes. So these are the fast changes. Now coming to question number 3. Give two examples each of reversible and irreversible change. Answer is two examples of reversible change are option number A, freezing of water. When water is freezed into ice, again by melting of ice, we can get back the water. And number B is stretching of rubber. Rubber is elastic in nature. When we stretch the rubber, again regains its original shape. It comes back to its original shape. Next is two examples of irreversible changes are burning of paper. When we burn paper, it turns into ashes, and ashes is the new substance form. And cooking of grains. Once the rice is cooked, we never get the rice grains back. Now coming to the fourth question. State some of the irreversible biological changes that takes place in the nature. And the answer is some irreversible biological changes taking place in nature are ripening of the fruits. Okay, so when the fruit is ripened, it becomes juicy and more tastier and more sweet to eat, right? And next is aging of human and the animals. From the child you attain the adulthood, and from the adult you cannot get back to the childhood, so that is a irreversible change. The fifth question, give one example of physical change in which energy is given out. So the physical change in which energy is given out is switching off a bulb. When we switch on the bulb, right, then the bulb gives out heat and light. So heat plus light is the energy which is given out by the bulb. Next is energy is absorbed. The physical change in which energy is absorbed is throwing a ball. When we throw a ball, we need a much amount of energy. The ball needs energy, and that is known as the physical change. Now comes the long answer questions. Answer the following question. These are all the more marks and the long answer questions. Clear, students? Let's move ahead. Okay. So the first question is, give two differences between reversible and irreversible changes. The answer goes as, the differences between reversible and irreversible changes are: reversible changes, irreversible changes. A change in which the substance produced can get back to the original form is called reversible change, and a change in which substance produced cannot get back to its original form is called irreversible change. Clear? These are the temporary changes and which can be reversed when the cause of the change is removed, and these are the permanent changes. Once the paper is burned, it turns into ashes, and the ashes can never be turned back into the paper. So these are the permanent changes which cannot be reversed. We cannot get the original form back even if the cause of the change is removed. If coming to the second question, formation of curd is an irreversible as well as a chemical change. Justify this statement. So the answer goes as, formation of curd is an irreversible change because after the formation of curd from milk, we cannot get back the original substance, that is milk. We cannot get back the milk, and it is a chemical change because a new substance is formed. And what is the new substance? New substance is the curd, which is formed from the milk, which has a different taste other than the milk. Coming to question number 3. So question number 3 goes as, water cycle is a natural change. Classify it as a physical or chemical change, and number 2 is a reversible or irreversible change. Also justify your answer. So answer goes as, water cycle is a natural as well as it is a physical change because in the whole water cycle, water gets converted into water vapor, and again it gets converted back into the water, and no new substance is formed in this process. There is no formation of the new substance. No new substance is forming, so we can refer to as the physical change. Clear? And when there will be the new substance forming, then it will be a chemical change. Okay, the cycle can be defined as a reversible process because in the whole cycle, water gets converted into water vapor and it can be reversed to its original form, that is water. Okay, so basically when it is a cycle, water is forming what? Water is forming water vapor, and again from water vapor we can turn it into the water, so it is a type of reversible change. And also when no new substance is formed, it is also a type of physical change. To the fourth question. The fourth question says that how can we say that burning of candle is a chemical change but glowing of a bulb is a physical change? Because when we burn a candle, right, the candle also gives us heat plus light, correct? And switch on a bulb, the bulb also glows and the bulb also produces same thing, heat plus light. So it has asked when the product is same, that both the places we are getting heat and light, then how come the two process is different from each other? Clear? So let us go through the answer to know this. The answer goes as burning of candle is a chemical change but glowing of a bulb is a physical change, right? Because during burning of a candle, new substances, okay, are formed, that is carbon dioxide gas, right? We get CO2 because when we burn a candle, then we also get something that is known as smoke, right? Now this smoke contains CO2. This smoke also contains water vapor. So these type of things it produces, and hence it will be called as a chemical change. But when we glow an electric bulb, it is a physical change since no new substance is formed. Okay, only the energy is released. Okay, only the stored energy is released in the form of heat and light only, but no new substance is formed with different properties. No new substance. The new substance form must have the different property, then only it will be termed as a new substance. Clear, students? Now this was the end of the video. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, then please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. And also in the down in the description box, the link is present. There you can visit the playlist of all the videos related to your class 6 science book of JV school. And also all the CBSE students of the class 6 can also watch this video. And thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and make sure you turn on the bell icon to get all the freshly brewed content as soon as I post it. Thank you, take care and goodbye.